we got edged, our TP got edged, meaning we were so close to hitting our first take profit, and then the market decided to reverse and take us out. But oh well, it's part of the game, so it's nothing that you can do. So we'll be going through that today, right? So let me quickly explain what we're looking for today. So both indexes, ES and Nasdaq, were bullish on all time frames. The 4-hour was bullish, the 1-hour was bullish, right? For both indexes. Now, when that is the case, we basically hope for the market to material market open to come down, sweep some lows, right? Perhaps a London low, and then change structure up, give us a 5-minute retracement into a fair value gap or equilibrium, then we take trades, and then we continue upwards, right? So that's what I was looking for. That was my daily bias. Now, another thing is we swept London's low pre-market, right? So pre-market 1430 here. So we swept London's low here on ES, on both ES and Nasdaq. See, on Nasdaq we swept it down here. Okay, so this is just a bar replay, by the way, showing you the trade that I took because I wasn't able to record live trades, but I'll try to record more live trades so you can see me trading live. But I'm not sure if we'll see. We'll find a way to make it work. So let's do a bar replay and show you what happened. So boom, boom. This is Nasdaq. We took out pre-market low here, right? And then on ES, we didn't do that, unfortunately. See, it just went up and then came down a bit. So ES actually broke structure to the upside, right? Because we inversed this fair value gap and again we broke structure up here, or we can say we broke structure up there. And so ES at the moment is bullish, and then Nasdaq on the other hand is bearish. So we're gonna have to wait for Nasdaq to turn bullish. So we will be monitoring it, right? So at the moment we have this fair value gap here. So our first confluence have been met, which is a liquidity sweep, right? So I can remove this now. And then we're gonna have to wait for confirmation that orders were filled down here, right? Potential orders. How are we gonna get that confirmation? Either via we put a high then break it out. Wait. Either we're gonna put a high, right? And then break out. Right? Or we're gonna inverse this fair value gap up here. So let's see what happened. There. So we inverse the fair value gap, meaning we are now bullish on Nasdaq, right? And then on ES, what are we doing? We are bullish as well. So what are we looking for now? Some form of retracement, right? So we're gonna scale down to M1. What are we looking for? So we'll be looking for a break down here, a break in, right? So let me use the first. So we're gonna wait for a break in, then a break out, right? And then we're gonna take longs there. Same goes for Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, we're gonna wait for, let's say, a breakdown here because that is the low that we have. So we're gonna wait for price to either break down into the retracement into the this fair value gap is for it is the one that we invest, right? So let me fix that. So into this fair value gap retracement into this fair value gap. Right, so it's gonna be, if I'm going fast, I'm sorry, you will just have to rewatch the video or maybe slow it down. right? So for Nasdaq, we will be waiting for the same thing to happen. A break in, right, and out of the confluence, then we're gonna take buys or longs, targeting these highs, right? So let's see what happens. And again, we need to be mindful of which index we're gonna take the longs on, meaning which one between ES and NQ is leading to the upside, right? So for at the moment, it seems like Nasdaq is leading because you see these are London's highs for ES and the price is currently down here. Then on NQ, we are already on London's highs. So let's see what happens. Okay. So we got a break into the level gap, right? We broke that into the level gap. So we're gonna have to wait for a breakout up here, right? And then for ES, let's see. Same thing happened this time. So we broke in, right? So we'll wait for a breakout up there. Let's mark it up there. Right, so okay. So Nasdaq broke structure up, right? And then ES. For ES, we didn't break structure up yet, right? So we're gonna have to wait for ES, which is what we'll be looking at now to see when are we gonna break structure out of, right? So that we can take longs. There. So we broke structure out on this candlestick here. And then let's see where Nasdaq is currently when all of this is happening. Well, actually pushed high because our breakout was here. So it pushed a bit high. But then because it is the leading index, we're gonna take trades on it. Right? So can't just say replace, we're gonna say one and buy the put your stop loss down here and take profit. Let's see if there's any trolls before this one. So let's make 2 units. I mean 2 contracts. So this will be TP1, right? And TP2 then. Right. This will have our first take profit. And then our second take profit will be on these ones. This is how we usually trade, right? And then from there, we scale down to either M5 or M1. Then you can watch what happens. This is where we got edged. You see, our first take profit was supposed to be hit up here, like up here, right? Look at this. Get this difference. So if you look up here, if you look here, we're gonna look at this one on H, the price that's here on H. for this candlestick, which is the highest point that the candlestick have reached, right? So we have 30647.25, right? And then if you look on your right here, you see where my take profit was 30.649.25. Now do the math. 4149.25. The difference was so small, which my take profit here is not because it's on this leg line here. There. You see, but then it was not hit. We got edged hard, right? And then another thing that I did during while I was trading was I moved my stop loss from this low to these ones because uh, I was risking more than I usually risk, right? So I moved this to down here, down to this low, right? So I can lower my risk. So, and again, my plan was once we hit the first take profit, I was gonna move the stop loss to break even here and let the rest of the position run. Well, let me show you what happened instead. You see? Do you see where price reversed? So close to where it was supposed to hit our take profit. But I did it. You see? I couldn't believe it. And that happened, that happened. Then when we placed these two candlesticks up, I was like, okay. Maybe it was some form of retracement, right? However, at the same time, I lost hope when I saw that we invest this fair value gap here. I was like, it's not looking good. We even invest that. Once we break structure down here, then I know that it's over. Right? However, there's still some hope now because you see, perhaps it will go up. Let's make our TP. We'll see. Then boom, boom, boom. We got stopped out. So that's what happened today. We lost. But again, because I risked what I was supposed to risk or what I usually risk, it's fine with me. So I didn't take it too hard. I was simply baffled. I was like, you know what? The market can do things which you don't expect at all. It was very, very surprising to me that we simply took out, we almost took out this high, then price just reversed. So, and if you check here, there's nothing, there's no high which is close to this one. This is the only high. So I was like, it didn't make sense to me. But then this is what you'll experience as a trader as well. So it's part of trading. So sometimes price will come so close to your stop loss, I mean to your take profit, and it reverses. Now I know what happened, right? So I'll explain it to you now. So usually, because Nasdaq was the more bullish index, we took trades on it, right? However, it switched somehow with ES, and ES became the more bullish index. So you'll see ES took out these highs, right? And these Asia highs, right? This red horizontal line represents Asia highs in my case, right? So ES became more bullish somehow, took out London's high and Asia high. Nasdaq, on the other hand, that didn't happen. We didn't take out Asia highs yet. Wait, did we? Let's see. Asia highs were down here. Okay. Oh, so I thought maybe. It's because ES became more bullish. But I see now, I see. So, yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but perhaps Nasdaq lost momentum around along the way, and ES probably became more bullish. I don't know. Nasdaq was more bullish, however. So, in this case, it can't be explained why what happened. But then I did watch the market afterwards. So it did push down and then moved into our direction. See, so just watch the replay, you'll see. So maybe price wanted to take out these lows here before moving out. See? Because there and price moved up. So if we're waiting for this one, for this movement, we're only gonna take trades once we invest this right here, right? Because for this whole movement, the only invest you can expect is this one up here, which is too far. So instead, you gonna take trades either on this break high, break up, or on this invest. And then your stop loss would have been down here. But then I'm not sure if the risk to reward would have looked good. Anyway, this is just me speaking my thoughts. So I don't regret taking this trade. I would have taken the trade. Even if it shows up tomorrow, I would take the same trade because that's how I trade and it met all of my confluences. So with that being said, that's how it went today. We got edged by a few ticks. So nothing much to say about it. Again, with that being said, I will end the video here. So see you guys on to the next video. Cheers.